Let's start. That says p is the unit digit of 114 to the power 15 whole to the power 16. Rise of the two varieties are mixed in the ratio p is to 2. Okay, they are mixed in the ratio p is to 2. So you have to find the value of, basically first we have to find the value of p. I know unit digit of 114 to the power 15 to the power 16. This is same as finding the unit digit of 14 to the power 15 to the power 16, because the unit digit of this number will only depend on unit digit of 4 to the power 15 to the power 16. Now this is basically what? 15 into 16 is basically 5 into 6 30. So this has to be a even number. So 4 to the power even number. I don't have to find 15 into 16. Okay, so this 4 to the power even number. So it is 6. Unit digit is 6. How? 4 to the power 1, unit digit is 4. 4 square, unit digit is 6. 4 cube, unit digit is again 4. 4 to the power 4, unit digit is 6. That will go on. So observe the pattern. When power is odd, unit digit is 4. When power is even, then unit digit is 6. This is the cyclicity of 4. Okay, when power is odd, it is 4. When power is even, it is 6. So as power is even, so unit digit has to be 6. Okay, now I got p to the power 2 equal to 6 to the power 2 or 3 to the power 1. Sorry, 3 is to 1. Okay, now it is saying rice of two varieties are mixed. The question says rice of two varieties are mixed in the ratio p is to 2. Okay, first variety is sold at 15% profit. First variety is sold at 15% profit. What should be the percentage profit on second variety? Let's say x percentage profit in the second variety, so that overall there is profit of 18%. Overall profit is 18%. Okay, now percentage is common in all three. See here, I'll be applying allegation. As it is common in all three, I can cancel it, isn't it? So I'll cancel percentage. Now just apply allegation. This is x minus 18, this is 3. So this ratio is basically what? X minus 18 by 3. This is same as 3 is to 1, 3 by 1. Now from here I'll get x equal to 27. So my answer has to be 27%. Now let's move to question number 2. Now question number 2 says mixture A contains 16 whole 2 by 3 percentage milk out of 83 liters, and mixture B contains 83 whole 1 by 3% milk out of 89 liters. Fine. If both are mixed, find the quantity of water in the mixture. Okay, see, in the first mixture, out of 83, 16 whole 2 by 3 or 16.66% is milk. If 16.66% is milk, water has to be rest 83.33%, right? 83.33% I know is 5 by 6, isn't it? That is 5 by 6. So 5 by 6, as I have to find water in total, 5 by 6 of first mixture of 83 plus here 83 whole 1 by 3% is milk. So rest 1 by 6, 83 whole 1 by 3 is basically 5 by 6. So rest is 1 by 6. So rest 1 by 6 has to be water. This into 89. Okay, now this is equal to how much? If I take 1 by 6 common, so I'll be left with 83 into 5, which is 415. 415 plus 89. Okay, this is coming out to be how much? This is 504 by 6, which is 84 is the answer. Okay, how now 16 whole 2 by 3, this is 1 by 6, you all know this. 1 to 1 by 30 percentage by fraction equivalence, you should be knowing. Now coming to this 83.33, 83 whole 1 by 3, how to find the value of this? This is basically 83.33 percentage. I know 8.33% is basically 1 by 12, right? Now here it is 83.33, so basically 8.33 to 83.33. What is the change? I have basically multiplied this part with 10. If I multiply with 10, I will get 83.33. So if I multiply with 10, multiply this with 10, so this becomes 5 by 6. 10 by 12 is 5 by 6. This is one way of solving. Second way has to be 100% minus 16.66% is the value of 80c whole 1 by 3 or 83.33. This is 100% is 100 by 101 minus 1 by 6. This has to be 5 by 6. Two ways of solving. I have done this in details in the fraction to percentage equivalence video. Check that. Fraction percentage masterclass you can find in the videos, in my videos. Okay, so let's move to next question. Now moving to question number 3, and that says, in a mixture of milk and water, milk is 43.75% more than water. 43.75%. The fraction value of this has to be 50% minus 6.25%. That's how I can write 43.75%. 50% is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 16. So this is basically 7 by 16. 7 by 16 is the fraction value of 43.75. Okay, now let me write here milk is to water. Milk is 43.75% more than water. So let me assume water to be 16. If I assume water to be 16, 43.75% is 7 by 16. 7 by 16 of 16 is 7. 7 more. Milk has to be 7 more. 7 more means this has to be 23, right? Okay, now this is the ratio of milk and water, 23 is to 16. Now question says, from this mixture 1 by 13th of the mixture is taken out and replaced with water. Okay, as I don't have the volume, and finally we have been asked the ratio, we have been asked to find the ratio. So let me do it this way. Initial volume I will assume 13 because it is saying 1 by 13th of the mixture. So let's assume initial volume was 13 liters mixture. From that 1 by 13 is removed. If 1 by 13 is removed, guys, can I say only 1 by 13 of 13 is 1? So 1 liter mixture is removed. So I am getting to 12. Now it is replaced. That 1 liter is replaced with what? With water. So this 1 liter has to be water. Now I am getting back to 13. Fine. As I am replacing water, so can I say I have to work with milk? So milk is to water is 23 is to 16. So milk proportion has to be 23 by 39. 23 by 39 part of 13 liters has to be milk. Now when something is removed, the quantity will change but ratio will not change. Here also milk proportion has to be 23 by 39. This is milk by total. This is what, guys, this part is basically milk by total. I have already explained all these things in details in the removal replacement class. Just check it in the mixtures playlist. Okay, now after removing one, the ratio has to be 23 by 39. Now I'm replacing with water. If I replace with water, the milk proportion will reduce because I am adding water now. So strength of milk will reduce. So as strength of milk is will be reducing, I am moving between 12 and 13. If I am moving between 12 and 13, I have to multiply with a proper fraction, right? I have to reduce the value of 23 by 39. So I have to basically multiply 23 by 39 with 12 by 13, right? Because this is a proper fraction which is less than 1. If I multiply with 13 by 12, this value 23 by 39 will increase because 13 by 12 is 1 point something. Okay, that's the improper fraction. To reduce the value, you have to multiply with the proper fraction. So this becomes 276 by 507. If I cancel with 3, I am getting 92 by what? 169. This is basically milk by total. But we need what? We need ratio of milk and water. We need milk is to water ratio. So this is 92 is to 169 minus 92. This is how much, guys? This is 92 is to 77. So option B has to be my answer. To get more clarity on this, please watch the removal replacement class. Okay, removal replacement concept and the question session. We have done it already in the channel. Check the mixtures playlist. Okay, so let's move to next question. Now moving to question number 4, and that says ratio of acid and water in mixture is 1:4. Acid and water. In mixture A, the ratio is 1:4. In mixture B, the ratio of milk and water is 31:69. These two are mixed in ratio X and Y. Okay, where X and Y are co-prime to get a mixture in which acidity is 25%. Okay, they are mixed now. They are mixed to get another mixture where acidity is 25%. Means acid has to be 1 and water has to be 75%. Means 25:75, that is 1:3. Okay, if milk is 25%, water has to be 75%, ratio is 1:3. Now this is saying in what ratio we have to mix these two to get this. Okay, now we have to apply alligation. Alligation we can apply in this straight line manner. Okay, this is a shortcut. This also I have explained in the ratio classes. Kindly check that. So first of all, make the unit same. This is 4 units, this is 5 units, and this is 100 units. So 4, 5 and 100, LCM is 100. So I'll multiply, this is total 1 plus 4, 5. 5 multiply with 20 to make it 100. This is already 100. So you don't have to multiply anything. Multiply with 1. This is 3 plus 1, 4. 4 you have to multiply with 25 to make it 100. Now the units are same. First is also 100, second is also 100, third is also 100. Now the new ratio becomes 20 into 1, 20 is to 80. Okay, 31:69 and 25 is to 75. This is acid, this is water. So the ratio of mixing has to be this minus this and this minus this. So first 75 minus 69, that is 6, and 75 minus 80, that is 5. So this is the ratio of mixing. Okay, you have to take the positive quantity. So this part has to be the first ratio, and this always is the second ratio. Okay, this is a shortcut, or else you can go by alligation. This is what I am doing is the shortcut method of alligation. I am only doing alligation itself, but in a shortcut manner. Now this is the ratio of mixing, 6:5. So this is X and this is Y. Okay, now it is asking find the value of P at which P minus X into P minus Y is minimum. Okay, so P minus X 6 and into P minus Y, Y is 5. Now this value I have to make it minimum. Now expand this. This is basically P square minus A plus B, this is 11P whole into AB, 6 and 5 is 30. Okay, this is a quadratic equation, and quadratic equation attends its minimum and maximum at minus b by 2a. Minus b by 2a when it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c. When a quadratic equation is a form ax square plus bx plus c, its maximum and minimum lies at this point, minus b by 2a. So here the coefficient of p is what? Minus 11. Minus 11 by 1. So this has to be minus 11 by 2, because ax square plus bx plus c, in that case minima point is minus b by 2a. So in this case, if you compare, minimum has to be minus 11 by 2 whole into minus, because this is minus b by 2a. So minus of minus 11, this is 11 by 2. Okay, so this has to be the answer, option C. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's move to next question. Question number 5, that says the mixture of milk and water in ratio 5:2. A mixture contains milk and water in the ratio 5:2, and second mixture contains equal quantities of milk and water. Equal quantities means ratio has to be 1:1. The two mixtures are mixed in the ratio x:1. So before mixing in any ratio, first you have to make the units same. See here, 5 plus 2, 7 units. 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2 units. LCM of 7 and 2 is 14. So first 5 plus 2 is 7, multiply with 2. Second 1 plus 1 is 2, multiply with 7. Now both the units are same. Okay, units are same means first mixture is 14 units, second is also 14 units. Means ratio has become 1:1. Now whatever ratio you want to mix in that ratio. Just multiply that ratio, means multiply with x and this multiply with 1. So this becomes how much, guys? This is 10:4. This is new ratio milk counter. I just multiplied 5:2 with 2. I'm multiplying. This is 4. I'm multiplying with x, and second is 7:7. I'm multiplying with 1. Okay, now add this. This is 10x plus 7 is the milk quantity, and 4x plus 7 is the water quantity. Now it is saying, and the resultant mixture was sold at the price of pure milk and gives a profit of 45 whole 5 by 11. 5 by 11 is 45.45. So 45 whole 5 by 11 is basically 45.45%. Guys, these things I have already covered the fraction to percentage equivalence video. Okay, just check that fraction to percentage equivalence video. I have already covered this. This is the multiple of 9. 45 is a multiple of 9. So this is going to be the denominator is going to be 11, means 45.45 is basically 5 by 11. Okay, now see here, cost price is basically price of milk, 10x plus 7. These many units, let's assume the price of 1 unit of milk is ₹1. Okay, so these many units will be costing how much? This into 1, that is this much only. Now this is the cost price into profit. Profit is how much? 45.45 percentage. 45.45 is 5 by 11. This value is basically 5 by 11 in the fraction terms. If profit is a 5 by 11, so multiplying factor has to be 1 plus 5 by 11, that is 16 by 11. Cost price into profit, that gives my selling price. Selling price is how much? Total quantity. Total quantity, and total quantity is how much, guys? This is 14x plus 14. That implies this is how much? This is 160. Just solve it. 160x plus 112 is equal to 154x plus 154. That implies 6x is equal to 42. That implies x equal to 7. This is my answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's move to next question. So question number 6, and this is the question of removal replacement. I have done the video of removal replacement already. Kindly check the playlist and watch the video of removal replacement. We have done these things already. Okay, so here I'll not be explaining the concept. I'll do these things directly because I have already explained in the concept videos. 24 liters of milk solution contains 64% milk. Okay, there's 64% milk in 24 liters of milk solution. Okay, now so initially 24 liters were there, then x liters is taken out, then from here x liters is taken out, so we are left with 24 minus x. Then it is replaced with water. Replaced means plus x liters is added, and that is water. Okay, so we are getting by 24. This process is repeated once more, means again x is removed, we are getting to 24 minus x, and again x is added, so we are getting to 24. Okay, so now the concentration of water becomes 64%. Okay, see, initially it was having 64% milk. 64% milk. So as I am adding water in every case, replaced with water, so I have to work with milk, right? So milk was initially 64%, means 64 by 100, right? 64 by 100 is how much, guys? This is 16 by 25. Okay, initially 16 by 25 is milk proportion. As water is getting added, so we have to work with milk. Now something is removed. Initially at this stage the milk proportion was this. When something is removed, At this stage, again the milk proportion will be 16/25 because something is removed. So ratio will not change, quantity will change, but ratio will remain constant, 16/25. Now something is added from here to here, something is added. If something is added, then it will impact the ratio of milk. As water is added, so milk proportion will reduce. So you have to multiply with the proper fraction. Proper fraction means numerator is less and denominator has to be more. That is 24 minus x by 24. These things I have explained in details in the removal replacement videos. Go to the playlist and check that. Again, that operation is happening. When something is removed, there will be no change. It will be this part only. When something is added, then there will be change. It will reduce further. Okay. Now finally this is becoming, the concentration of water becomes finally 64%, as this is given here. The concentration of water becomes 64%, but we are working with milk, so milk becomes how much? 36%. 36% means 36 by 100, that is how much? That is 9/25, right? So we have to solve this equation and find the value of x, but a better approach is to check with the options. Okay, rather than solving and forming a quadratic equation, we can check with the options. If you put 6, if you put this value 6, then this becomes 16/25 into, this is 18/24 into 18/24. Let me see if this is getting satisfied or not. If putting the value of x in LHS, I am getting 19/25 or not. Let's check. This is 16. If I divide with 4, this is 4, this is 6, and this is 6. Okay, now cancel with 2, this is 9, this is 3. With 2, this is 9, this is 3. So, and this 3, 3, this is 9, gone. So 9/25. So this is 9/25. It is perfectly satisfying. So option has to be option B. This is 6. Let's move to next question. Now this is the question number 7, and this question is very important because here I will be using a super shortcut. Okay, not even shortcut, it's a super shortcut. And this question, if you do by basic method or by the actual method, this question will be 2 pages long. Okay, but we will solve this, I'll say we can solve this orally. Okay, not even with, you don't even need pen and paper. Okay, after I tell you the shortcut. Shortcut is, every time you see this type of question where pure milk and pure water, the quantity is same and the part that is removed, that is also same. See, 22 liters of milk is taken from A to B and 22 liters of mixture is transferred from B to A. Okay, when these two parts, initial amount of water and milk is same and the parts being removed, that is also same, then consider this part as A, this part's milk and water, this A, and this part as B. Remember this shortcut, guys, you will not find it in books. This part as B, the part being removed is B and the initial quantity is as A. Okay, so after first operation, milk is to water ratio has to be A is to B. After second operation, initially A is to B, second operation A plus B whole square, third operation A plus B whole cube, fourth operation A plus B whole to the power 4, and that goes on. Okay, second operation has to be milk is to water. Now milk is to water has to be how much? A square plus B square is to 2AB, and third operation A cube plus 3AB square is to 3A square B is to B cube. Okay, 3A square B plus B cube, sorry, plus B cube. Okay, so and likewise for fourth, you just have to use Pascal triangle to expand. Okay, Pascal triangles expansion to expand this A plus B to the power 4. Okay, so now just use this 88 and 22. The ratio is 4:1. 4:1. This is A, this is B. Okay, so put here 4 cube is how much? 64. 64 plus 3AB. 3 is 12, 12 into 1 is 12 is 2. 3a square b, 3 into a square is how much? 16, 16, 3, 48. 48 plus b cube is how much? 1. So this is coming out to be how much, guys? 76 is to 49. This is your answer, none of this. Okay, now let's move to next question. This is a very important shortcut, just remember this. Okay, as I told you, this thing you will not find in books. This you will not find in books. Okay, or if you want a specific video about me explaining the shortcut and how I got to this point, you can comment in the comment section. I will make a video on this. Okay, let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. This question says ratio of milk and water is in a mixture is 3:8. Milk is to water, the ratio is 3:8. If we add x liter milk, okay, milk is getting added, then ratio becomes 5:4. Okay, 5:4. After adding milk, so we have to make the water same. Water is 8 here, so make it 8 here. If 4 becomes 8, then 10, 5 will become 10. So this is the new ratio of milk and water. Now if we add 18 liter water to the mixture, ratio becomes 4:5. Okay, now by adding 18 liter water, now we are adding 18 liter water. If I am adding water, guys, so I have to make the milk part same. Milk is 10 here, so I have to make it 10. To make 4 10, I have to multiply with 2.5. I have to multiply 4 with 2.5, that becomes 10. 5 into 2.5 is 12.5, right? 5 becomes 12.5. So this is the ratio, 10 is to 12.5. Now, how many units of water is getting added? This is 8 to 12.5 is 4.5 units. That is actually equal to 18 liters, right? So 1 unit is equal to 4 liters. Fine. Is it clear? Now, 4 is correct now. This is 4 liters. Now it is asking find the value of x. Okay, this value it is asking, this to this, 3 to 10. This was x, so x has to be how much? This is 3 to 10, 7 units. 7 units is basically how much? 7 into 4, that is 28. Fine, this is the value of x. I hope it is clear, because 1 unit equal to 4 liters, so 7 units equal to 28 liters. Okay, 28 liters is the answer. Let's move to next question. When an empty container is filled with pure alcohol, the alcohol is slowly allowed to drain out. When the container is 1/4 empty, it is replaced with water. Okay, let's say initially the capacity was 100 liters, so everything was alcohol. Now then 1/4 is drained out. If 1/4 of 100 is drained out, so alcohol is to water. Let me write the ratio. So 75 is to 25 after being replaced with water. Okay, this is the ratio, because initially 100 liters was alcohol. I'll take out 25%, 1/4. Okay, 75 liters alcohol remain. Then I'll add 25%, or 25 liters water. So ratio is 75 is to 25. The ratio is basically 3:1. Now next, when container is half empty, here the capacity of container is 100. When it is half empty means half of 100, that is 50. When it is 50, that time the ratio will still be 3:1. When I remove something, ratio does not change. So 37.5 will be alcohol and 12.5 will be water, right? Okay, now here again the ratio is 3:1, this is maintained, and here after removing 50 liters I am left with 50 liters. Now what it is saying, when the container is half empty, it is again filled with water. Okay, from this stage I am again adding water. 50 is there, so I'll have to add another 50 to make it 100. So only water I'll add, so plus 50, so this becomes 37.5 is to 62.5. So the ratio is if we cancel with 12.5, this is 3:5. This is the ratio. Finally, when it is 3/4 empty at this stage, again the capacity is 100, 37.5 plus 62.5, 100 liters. Now 3/4 of 100 empty. Here it is written when it is 3/4 empty. 3/4 empty means 1/4 will be remaining. 1/4 of 100 is how much? 25. When 25 remains at stage of 25, because after removing 75. 25, that will be also in the ratio 3:5, because when you remove something from the mixture, ratio does not change. So 25 I have to break in the ratio 3:5. Okay, 3:5 means 8 units. 8 units corresponds to 25. So 1 unit equal to how much? 25 by 8. That is how much, guys? Let me just check. That is 3.125. Okay, 25 by 8 is 3.125. 3.125 into 3 is basically how much? 9.375. That is 9.375, right? And 5 parts will be water. So 5 into 3.125, that is 15.625. 15.625. Okay, now it is saying it is after this operation, this is again filled with water. After this stage, it is again filled with water, means only water is getting added. Okay, so how much water will be added? This stage it is 25 liters, so I'll have to add more 75 liters, so I'll add 75. Okay, now summation, this is 9.375 is to, this is how much? 75 plus this is 90 point this is 90.625. 1 second, this is 90.625. fine. So this is alcohol, this is water. What it is asking, what is the percentage of container? What percentage of container is alcohol now? Okay, alcohol is what percentage? Alcohol is what? 9.375 out of total. Total is how much? At this stage also total is 100 liters. Okay, this out of 100. Now if you observe the options, it is clearly visible. This is this much percent. Okay, this much percent means basically 9.375. It is clearly visible here. 9.375. 3 by 8 is 37.5. Okay, so 3 by 8% is how much? 3 by 8% is 9.375. Option B. An alloy contains zinc and copper. One such alloy weighing 15 gram contains zinc and copper in the ratio 2:3. Okay, 15 gram in the ratio 2:3. Zinc and copper. If I break 15 grams in the ratio 2:3, then can I say 5 units equal to 15, so 1 unit equal to 3. So zinc equal to 6 grams and copper is 9 grams. Fine, these are actually grams. Okay, now 10 gram of zinc is added plus 10, so this becomes 16:9. Now then find the amount of copper has to be added to that alloy, to the alloy, such that final alloy of zinc and copper in ratio 1:4. Final alloy is ratio 1:4. If final alloy is 1:4 and we are adding what amount of copper has to be added? If I am adding copper, then I have to make the zinc part same. Zinc is 16 here, so make it 16 here. So if it's 16 here, this has to be 64, right? In the second ratio 1:4, I simply multiplied 16, so 16 is 64. As copper is added, so I made the zinc part same. So what amount of copper is added? 9 to 64, 55 grams. Okay, so option E. Let's move to next question. Next question, and that says there is a there is some milk in 3 vessels. 1/4 part of first mixture is poured into second, 1/3 of the second mixture poured into third, and 5/11 part of third mixture is poured into first vessel. Again 1/4 part of first vessel is poured into second vessel. Now all 3 vessels contain 6 liters. Okay, now all 3 vessels contain 6 liter milk. Then find the product of initial quantity of milk in all 3 vessels. Fine. Okay, now let's solve. We will solve this question by backtracking, guys. We will solve this question by the method of backtracking. Backtracking means we'll start from end and come to the first part. We'll begin from the end. Finally, all the 3 vessels contain 6 liter milk. Okay. Finally, all 3 vessels means this is the first vessel. Assume this is the second vessel. This is the third vessel. Finally, they are having 6 liters each. Okay. Now, before that it says just before the last step. Again, it says again 1/4 part of first mixture is poured into second vessel. 1/4 part of first mixture is poured into second vessel. That means 6 corresponds to 3/4 part, right? 1/4 part is getting poured and after that it is becoming 6. So can I not say this 6 in the first vessel is it's actually 3/4 of the quantity? So just before the last step it will be having how much? 6 into 4/3, that is 8 liters. Fine. Now 8 to 6 it is reduced by 2. And why it is reduced by 2? Because these 2 liters are given to second vessel, so this must be having 4 before the last step. Okay, now before that the line says 5/11 part of the third mixture is poured into first vessel. If 5/11 part is poured into the first vessel, so can I not say this part is basically what? This part is 6/11. 5/11 is poured into first vessel, so this part is actually 6/11, which is left, right? So 6/11 is 6. So the part that was there in third vessel was the volume was 11 liters. 6 into 11 by 6. This was 11. Okay, 11 to 6 it is happening, minus 5. These 5 are given to vessel A. So initially before this step vessel A would be having 3 liters, right? From 3 it got 5 from C and then it become 8. Fine. Now it says just one more step before that, 1/3 part of second mixture is poured into third vessel. 1/3 part of second mixture is poured into third vessel. Okay, 1/3 part is poured, then can I not say this 4 is actually what? 2/3. If this 4 corresponds to 2/3, sorry 4 right, 4 corresponds to 2/3, then the volume it would be having before this step would be 4 into 3/2. 1/3 part is of the second vessel is poured to third vessel. That means this must be the 2/3 part. If 2/3 part is 4, so volume before this step would be 4 into 3/2, that is 6. Fine. Now see one thing, guys. Here from 6 it is becoming 4. So minus 2. This 2 is reducing because of what? Because it is giving that part to C, right? So C must be having volume 9 liters. From 9 it got 2 liters from B and it became 11. Fine. Now last step means the beginning step. As we are moving from last to end to top, the last step is 1/4 part of first mixture is poured into the second vessel. 1/4 part of first mixture. 1/4 part of first mixture is poured into second vessel. If 1/4 part is poured, so can I not say this part is actually corresponds to 3/4, right? 1/4 is poured into second vessel, so this part must be 3/4. If 3/4 part is 3, so the part of volume that was there before this step was 3 into 4/3. That is how much, guys? That is 4, right? From 4 it is becoming 3, so minus 1. This 1 has gone where? This one is basically given to second vessel. So second vessel would be having how much before this step? 5 liters. From 5 liters it got 1 liter from A, and it became 6 from 1 liter from first vessel, and become 6. Now there is no change in third. So initial volumes were 4, 5 and 9, right? Initial quantity or initial volumes were 4, 5 and 9. Now it is asking the product of initial quantity. Product must be 4 into 5 into 9, which is basically 180. So option D, right? Let's move to next question. Next question, and that says two mixtures of copper, zinc and silver. Copper, zinc and silver contain in them in ratio 1:2:3 and 3:2:7. Okay, first mixture is in ratio 1:2:3 and second is in ratio 3:2:7. Fine. They are mixed in the ratio P:2Q. They are mixed in the ratio P:2Q. Guys, before mixing anything, first you have to ensure the quantities are same or the units are same. Check the units of the first mixture. 1:2:3. The summation is 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6 units, and the second mixture 3:2:7. 3 plus 2 plus 7, 12 units. So first mixture is 6 units, second is 12 units. They are not in ratio 1:1. First you have to ensure that both the mixtures are in ratio 1:1. Once they are in the ratio 1:1, after that you can multiply with any desired ratio and your thing will be done. These things I have already discussed in the past lectures of mixtures. So I'll multiply this with 2 because this is 6 units. 6 into 2 is 12, and this is already 12. So multiply with 1. There's no need, but still. Now, where they are mixed in the ratio what? They are mixed in the ratio P and Q, where P and Q are roots of x plus 6 by x equal to 5. Okay, roots of x plus 6 by x equal to 5. X plus 6 by x equal to 5. The roots of this equation. This is a quadratic equation, but rather than solving as a quadratic equation, you can solve these things orally. Because 6 by x, that means x has to be a factor of 6. So check with factors of 6 below 6. So check with 1, 2 and 3. If x is 1, in that case this is 1 plus 6, that is 7, turning out to be 7. So this is not satisfying. Second, I'll check 2. So 2 plus 6 by 2 is 3. So that is 5. That is satisfying. So 2 is satisfying. 2 is one of the roots. Second, I'll check with 3. If I check with 3, x equal to 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So 3 is also satisfying. But it is saying that P is greater than Q. So 3 has to be value of P and 2 has to be value of Q. Right. So they are mixed in the ratio 3:2. So 2 is common. Cancel it. Now just multiply. This is coming out to be 3:6:9 and 3:2:7. Find the ratio of copper, zinc and silver. Now simply add them. This is 6:8:16. Now let me just simplify this a bit. This is coming out to be 3:4:8. Fine. Okay. This is the ratio of 3:4:8. This is the ratio of quantities of copper, zinc and silver. Now it says, now the mixture is sold at the price of pure copper. We are selling the mixture at the price of pure copper. Find the profit percentage if price of copper is 87.5% less than that of silver, which is 60% costlier than that of zinc. Okay, the ratio of prices of copper, silver and zinc are given. It is saying price of copper is 87.5% less than that of silver. 87.5% is 7 by 8. I have covered this fraction to percentage equivalence in the arithmetic masterclass video. Kindly check that if you are unable to follow what is 87.5%. So that is 7 by 8. 7 by 8 less than silver. So silver I'll assume 8. Why? 7 by 8. Denominator is 8, so I'll assume silver 8. So 7 less than 8, that is 1. Okay, copper corresponds to 1. And next, silver, which is silver is 60% more than zinc. If silver is 60% more than zinc, 60% is 3 by 5. So if this is 5, so this has to be 8. So to be satisfying, this is the ratio of their prices. This is the price ratio. Price ratio of copper, silver and zinc. Okay, price of basically one unit, because price ratio is always of particular unit. Now it is saying that in the question that mixture is sold at price of pure silver. Mixture is sold at price of pure silver means 3 plus 4 plus 8 is how much? It is 15 units. 15 units is there, and it is sold at price of pure silver. 1 unit silver cost is 8. So 15 units will be costing 15 into 8 is 120. This is your selling price, guys. Fine. Now cost. Your cost is incurred on what? Cost basically from your pocket. How much is going? 3 parts of copper, and the cost of 3 parts of copper is 1 per unit. So 3 into 1 plus 4 parts of zinc. Cost of cost of per unit zinc is 5 units. So 4 into 5 plus silver, 8 units silver, 1 unit costs 8, so 8 unit will be costing 8 into 8. This is coming out to be how much, guys? 64 plus 20, 84, 87. This is your cost price. Now profit is how much? This is your selling price. So selling price minus cost price, the profit is 33 on the base of cost price is 87, right? So this has to be, if you cancel with 3, this is 11 by 29 percentage. Fine. Or I can say, sorry, this is 1100, right. This is 1100 by 29 percentage. So this has to be my answer. Okay. Now this is the answer. Option A. Let's move to next question. Now next question says 100 kgs of alloy of tin and lead is in ratio 1:3. Tin and lead is in ratio 1:3 is mixed with x kgs of another alloy of tin and lead in the ratio 3:2. Another alloy of tin and lead is in ratio 3:2. Overall, if overall alloy should contain tin, should contain 40% to 50% tin, what is the range of values x can take? Okay, range of values. First take the minimum percentage and find the value of x with that. Then take the value of maximum percentage and find the value of x with that. Then you will find the range. So when 40%, when overall is 40% tin, I am taking the first case, minimum case. When overall is 40% tin, if 40% is tin, 60% has to be lead. So the ratio has to be 2:3. First case I am taking, guys, this part. When 40% is tin, now we'll have to find in what ratio they are mixed. Means basically alligation I am applying. Alligation the shortcut way I'll apply. I have already done it in the previous videos. Kindly check that. So this is 1 plus 3, 4 units. This is 3 plus 2, 5 units. 3 plus 2, 5 units. So 4 and 5. LCM is, first of all, make the units same. 4 and 5 LCM is 20. So the first ratio 1:3. It is already in the ratio. Already the units are 4. I'll multiply with 5 to make it 20. The second is 3:2, 5. So multiply with 4 to make it 20. Third is 3:2, means 5 units. Multiply with 4 to make it 20. So this becomes 5:15. Second becomes 12:8. Third becomes 8:12. So what ratio they are mixed, guys? Just check the difference. This is 12 minus 8 is 4:2. 12 minus 15 is 3. But take the positive quantity. So this 4 parts corresponds to 100 because initially 100 kgs. And so if 4 parts corresponds to 100, so 3 corresponds to how much? This is how many times? 25 times. This has to be into 25. That is 75. This is the value of x. Okay, this is the minimum value of x. So this option I am getting. But still, from only from finding this, you can mark this option, option D. But still, I will find the other part, and just for your knowledge sake. Now in the second case, tin and lead, the ratio is how much? The ratio is 1 is to 3. I'm doing it fast because already I have explained one case. 3 is to 2, and finally the ratio percentage is 50%. 50% means 1 is to 1. 50% team, 50% lead. So first is 4 units, second is 5 units, and third is 2 units. 2, 5, 4. LCM is 20. So first part multiply 4 units with 5. It's 20 now. 5 with 4 and 2. 1 plus 1, 2 with 10. So new ratio becomes how much, guys? This is 5 is to 15. This is 8, sorry, 12. 12 is to 8, and 10 is to 10, right? So the ratio is 10 minus 8 is 2, and 10 minus 5 is 5. So 2 parts corresponds to 100, so 5 parts will correspond to 250, right? So the range has to be 75 to 250. Let's move to next question. Next question. A container contains X liters of milk. A thief sold 50 liters of milk and replaced with water. Okay, initially I am having X liters. Then a thief sold 50 liters of milk. So I am left with X minus 50. Then he replaced with same quantity of water plus 50, but this time it is water. So I am back to X. He repeated the process 2 more times. Fine. Thus, milk in the container is only X minus 120 liters. Guys, this type of questions are called removal replacement. I have completed these things in great details. Check the mixtures playlist, check removal replacement concept, and then check the questions. There you will get a lot of clarity. Here I will just solve these things quickly because I have already explained these things. So, still I will tell you these things in brief. Initially everything was milk, means can I say 100% was milk? Initially at this stage everything was milk because the container X contains X liters of milk, so everything was milk. 100% means 100 by 100 or 1. The milk proportion is basically 1, so I can say this. Now something is removed from X, 50 liters is removed. After removing something, quantity will change but ratio will not change. Ratio will still be 100%. At this stage also milk will be 100%, right? Quantity is less, no doubt, but the strength, the proportion of milk, that is 1. Now from this stage to this stage, now the percentage of milk will change because this stage I am adding water. If I'll add water, the strength of milk will reduce. Obviously, if I am adding water, think from your common sense. If I am adding water, the strength of milk will reduce or not? If it will reduce, I have to multiply with a proper fraction, which is less than 1. So x minus 50 and x, these are the only two quantities between which I am moving. So 1 I multiply with at this stage. At this stage, the milk has to be 1 into x minus 50 by x, right? And this operation is happening further 2 times. This once completed, 2 more times means into 3. This part into, finally I am, every time I am back to x. Okay, and after every operation you are back to x. So into x, as is talking about quantity, so this is equal to this part, this is multiplication, into x equal to x minus 122. Now if you solve this, you will find x is coming out to be 250. If x is 250, then milk has to be how much? 250 minus 122, that is how much? It is 128. So milk has to be this and water has to be 122. Only water part is asked. So final quantity of water in the final mixture. So this is 122. Let's move to next question. Now 16 number question. In a 250 liters mixture of milk and water, 250 liters, initial volume is 250 liters of milk and water, X% is water. Milkman sold 50 liters of mixture. This is already mixture. From this he sold 50. So the volume is back to 200. Now he replaced same quantity of water. He is replacing with water, means this is plus 50 of water. So I'm back to 250. Guys, if I will replace with water, so I have to work on milk, right? If replace milk, then work with water. If replace water, then work with milk. All these things I have discussed in details in the removal replacement videos. Kindly watch that. So X% was water. So 100 minus X% was milk initially. I remove something. If I remove something, quantity will change, but the percentage, the proportion does not change. So here also it will be 100 minus X%. But here to here I'm adding something. So here the percentage or the strength of milk will reduce. Strength of milk was initially 100 minus X percentage. Initially means at this pace. Now coming from here to here, as I am adding water, so this part will reduce. Reduce means I am moving between 200 and 250. So I have to multiply with a proper fraction. So that value will reduce. Every time you have to multiply with a proper fraction, guys. Now this is 200 by 250 is how much? Basically 4 by 5. 200 by 250 I cancel with 50. This is equal to 64 percentage. Percentage and percentage will get cancelled from both sides. Now this is x is coming out to how much? X is 20. Okay, so x is basically 20%. If x is 20%, it is asking what? Asking what is the percentage of milk in the initial mixture. Percentage of milk was 100 minus x% means 100 minus 20, that is 80%. Let's move to next question. Let's move to next question, and that says mixture of milk and water contains 31.25% milk. 31.25% milk. 31.25%. The fraction value is what? This I can write. I'll show you two methods of solving. Although I have solved this question, this type of questions and the approach in arithmetic masterclass video. Kindly check it in the videos. There you will find fraction to percentage equivalence in the proper way. This is a very important part for your any exam as such. So 30%, can I write 3 by 10? 1.25%. 1.25% I can write as 1 by 80. How 1 by 80? I know 12.5%. This is 1 by 8. Here point is shifting to one place left. In case of 1.25%, point is shifting one place left, so I can write this as 1 by 80. Okay, so 3 by 10 plus 1 by 80, this is basically 5 by 16. This is one way of solving. Second, you can write this as 50% minus what? 18.75%. This is 1 by 2 and this is 3 by 16. So this is again 5 by 16. There are two ways of solving, right? Now this question says mixture of milk and water contains 31.25% milk. Initially the milk was 31.25%. Okay, and another mixture contains milk and water etc. in the ratio 10 is to 11 is to 11. There also this is 10 by 32. This is what percentage? This is again, this is 10, 3.2, 3.2. This is again, this is 31.25%. This is again 31.25%. In the second mixture, again milk is 31.25%. Now they are mixed in ratio x is to 4. If they are mixed in the ratio, in the first mixture milk is 31.25%, in the second mixture milk is 31.25%, so in the mixture also milk will remain 31.25%. So option C. Okay, let's move to next question. Let's move to your next question. That says there are three containers A, B and C which contain water, milk and acid respectively in equal quantities. 10% of content A is taken out and poured into B. Okay, 10% means, let me assume this is A, this is B and this is C. A contains what? A contains water, right? Let me write it W. Now B contains milk. Let me write milk. C contains what? C contains acid. Okay. As it is saying equal quantities, so let me just assume here this part as 100, this as 100, this as 100. Why 100? Because 10% it is saying, so 100 I am taking. Okay, just for the sake of calculation simplicity. Now 10% of content of A is taken out and poured into B. 10% of A. A has 100. From that I take out 10 and pour into B. So in B the quantity becomes 110, right? The quantity becomes 110 and milk is to water ratio is 10:1. How 10:1? 100 liters were milk, 10 liters we bought from vessel A. So 10:1 in vessel B. Now then same amount, then question says then same amount from B is transferred to C. Same amount means again 10 liters. So this becomes volume becomes 110 because I transfer 10, and in those 10 liters, the 10 liters that I transfer from B to C, those 10 liters will be in the ratio 10:1. In that 10 liters, milk will be how much, guys? Milk will be 10 by 11th part of it. That is 100 by 11 part will be milk, right? And water will be 10 into 1 by 11. This is 10 by 11. This is water, right? Okay. Now tell me one thing. Here acid is to water is to milk. The ratio will be 100 is to 10 by 11 is to 100 by 11, right? As I did here. Okay. Now milk. Now let me just make it the integral form. 11. So this is basically 100. 1100 is to 1100 is to what? Is to 10 is to 100, right? Right. Now this is how much? This is the, I hope it's correct. Fine, this is correct. Now milk will be how much? Milk will be 100 out of 100, 1100 plus 100. This is 1200. 1200 plus 10. That is 1210, right? 1210. This is basically okay. 1210 means this is basically I can say 10 by 121, right? This is what? This is milk by total, okay, in this vessel C. Fine. Now again from vessel C I take 10 liters and I add in vessel A. Vessel A was having 90. After transfer of 10 from here to here, it was having 90. When I add 10 more from C, I bought 10 and I added to A as it is told in the question. So it becomes 100. Now it is asking what? What is the proportion of milk in container A? Milk is basically 10 by 121 parts. In vessel C, I bought 10 liters from vessel C and added to vessel A. In that 10 liters, milk will be how much? Milk will be 10 by 121 parts. This is basically 100 by 121, right? This is the milk part in the 10 liters. Now here the milk will be how much? Here the milk part will be only 100 by 121 out of this all total, out of 100. Now this is coming out to be how much? This is 1 by 121. This is the answer. This has to be the answer. Option B, right? Question was easy, but it is slightly taxing on the part of calculation. I hope you got the concept. Let's move to next question. Now this is your next question. There are 3 containers, equal quantities, 20% of content of A taken out. Now this is an exactly same question, guys. Exactly same as question number 19. Okay, this is exactly same question. So this I am not doing because it is exactly same variant. Here the answer has to be Option E, this is the answer here. Okay, now you try this question by yourself. This is your homework. The practice session 1 and practice session 2. We have completed till question number 20 till now. So let's start with question number 21. And this question number 21 is exactly same as question number 7 of practice session 1. Kindly check the video. Question number 7. There I told you the shortcut. I will be applying that shortcut here. So here the ratio of A is to B is 120 is to 30, that is 4 is to 1. So as two operations, so milk is to water is A square plus B square is to 2AB. So this is basically A square is 16 plus 1 17 is to 2AB is 8. So this is the answer. Question number option A. This is a difficult question, okay, lengthy question, but we solved it in I believe 30 seconds. So watch the shortcut. Let's move to question number 22. That says there are two containers A and B containing milk and water in the ratio 2 is to 1 and 4 is to 1. Okay, milk and water in the ratio 2 is to 1 and 4 is to 1. Mixture of both the containers are mixed together to get 200 liter mixture in which milk is 150 liters. Okay, milk is 150 means water has to be 30. So the ratio has to be 3 is to 1. Right, 150 is to 50, 3 is to 1 ratio. Now tell me one thing guys, they are mixed in what ratio? These two are mixed to form this, but they are mixed in what ratio? I had told you a method. First make the units same, first make the units of all these three same. This is basically 3 units, this is 5 and this is 4 units. They are not same. LCM of 3 4 5 is 60. So multiply the first ratio with already 3 means multiply with 20. Second is 4 multiply with 5 multiply with 12. Third is 4 multiply with 15. I am getting 40 is to 20, 48 is to 12 and 45 is to 15. So in what ratio they are mixed? They are mixed in 3 is to 5, right? This is the first mixture, this is the second mixture. This is always the ratio of the first and this is always the ratio of second, right? So they are mixing this ratio. So total is 8, means this part is 8 parts, right? So 8 parts correspond to basically 200. Total given is how much? Total is 200 liters. So 8 parts correspond to 200. This is how many times? This is 25 times. So it is asking what? Find the quantity of milk in container B. Container B is 5 units. 5 units correspond to 125 liters. 125 liters. The milk has to be how much? The ratio in container B is 4 is to 1. Okay, so 4 parts is milk. So 4 by 5 of 125. This is 25 times. So this is 100. So option E. Okay, let's move to next question. Next question, and that says the lengthy question, but we'll try to see how we can solve this very fast. Mixture of orange juice and mango juice in vessel A and B is in ratio 3 is to 1 and 2 is to 3 respectively, right? 24 liters mixture is taken out from vessel A and poured into vessel B. So the new mixture of orange juice and mango juice in vessel B becomes 9 is to 10. Okay, now tell me one thing guys. Initially in vessel B, orange to mango juice, the ratio was 2 is to 3. Finally it becomes 9 is to 10. And because of what this is happening, this old ratio and new ratio, the ratio is changing because of addition of 24 liters. 24 liters is taken from vessel A in what ratio? 3 is to 1. That means 18 parts has to be orange juice and rest 6 parts have to be mango juice, right? This change is happening because of this. So by seeing this format, you must be able to recollect cross multiplication principle. I had already taught all those things to you in the previous videos of mixtures. So now solve this. This is 20, this is 27. So 7 units, 20 minus 27, 7 units, take the positive quantity, equal to 54 minus 180, this is 126. So 1 unit corresponds to how much? 18. 18 7 126. So if 1 unit corresponds to 18, so can I say total is 5 units. 5 units corresponds to 5 into 18 is 90 liters. 90 liters were there in vessel B initially, and in that mango juice has to be 18 into 3 54, orange juice has to be 18 into 2 36. Now it is saying find the ratio of orange juice contained in vessel A to mango juice contained in vessel B before pouring. Before pouring, and this is important, before pouring, if mixture of vessel B is 30 liters more than vessel A. Okay, this is 30 liters more, means vessel A has to be 60 liters. We have to find ratio of orange juice in vessel A to mango juice in vessel B. Orange juice is how many parts? 3 is to 1 is the ratio. In vessel A the ratio was 3 is to 1, so orange juice has to be 3 by 4 parts. This is how much? This is 15 45 liters has to be orange juice in vessel A. Now in vessel B we need mango juice. Mango juice is how much in vessel B? 90 into, in vessel B the ratio is 2 is to 3, so 2 by 5 parts, that is how much, guys? Oh, mango juice is asking. Mango juice means basically 3 by 5 parts. 90 into 3 by 5, because in vessel B the ratio was 2 is to 3, so 3 by 5 parts is mango juice. This is 18, so this is 54 liters. This is mango juice in vessel B, so we need the ratio of 45 to 54. This is how much? 9, cancel with 9, this is 5, this is 6, right? So option C. Let's move to next question. Let's check this. Question number 24 says 200 kg of alloy of iron and copper in the ratio 2 is to 3. Okay, iron and copper initial ratio is, first ratio is 2 is to 3, mixed with x kg of alloy containing iron and copper in ratio 3 is to 2. Another alloy is 3 is to 2. Okay, they are mixed, and total quantity of iron is 8.33% or 8 whole 1 by 3. This is basically 8 whole 1 by 3% or 8.33%. I know 8.33% is nothing but 1 by 12. This is the fraction value of it. Okay, I hope you know 1 to 1 by 30 is more than copper. More than copper means if I assume copper to be 12, then iron has to be 13, right? Okay, now then how much copper should be mixed with x kg of alloy, so that, okay, first of all let me find x. Now tell me one thing, guys, these two mixtures are mixed to form this. They are mixed in what ratio? Let's find the ratio. So this part is how many units? 25 units. 13 plus 12, 25 units. This is 5 units and this is 5 units. Let's make the units same. Multiply this with 5, this with 5, and this with 1. Now everything is 25. Now just subtract 12 minus, this is 10, 2, 12 minus, this is 15, this is 3. So the ratio of mixing is 2 is to 3, means this is the first mixture, this is the second mixture. The first and second are basically mixed in the ratio 2 is to 3. Okay, now 2 parts correspond to 200. It is given in the question. Okay, 2 parts of the first mixture, so 3 parts will correspond to 300, and 300 is the value of x. Okay, now it says find how much copper should be mixed in x kg alloy. The ratio is iron and copper. The ratio in x kg alloy is this part, this is the second alloy. The ratio is 3 is to 2. How much copper should be mixed in x kg alloy so that iron and copper ratio becomes 3 is to 4? Iron and copper ratio becomes 3 is to 4. Final ratio is 3 is to 4. Okay, now I know as I am mixing copper, so iron has to be same. Iron is already same, so I don't need to do any ratio work. It is already same, 3 3. So how much more copper is added? See, this 5 units, 3 plus 2, 5 units. This corresponds to 300. So 5 corresponds to 300 means this is how many times? That is 60 times, means into 60. So how much is added here? 2 to 4 copper, so 2 units will correspond to 2 into 60, that is 120 is the answer, right? Let's move to next question. Now question number 25, that says a bucket of paint contains 30 liters paint. Initially 30 liters was complete paint. Now a painter takes out 3 liters minus 3, so I am left with 27 liters and replace with thinner, and I replace it means plus 3 and this is thinner, and I am back to 30, right? To make the mixture ready for application, it should contain 24.3 liters paint. Okay, how many times does the painter need to carry the above procedure, means this procedure, means removing paint 3 liters of paint and adding 3 liters of thinner. This is one procedure. Okay, so how many times such procedure needs to be done so that paint remains only 24.3 liters? So it's very simple. So initially everything was paint, means 30 liters of paint. Now when I remove something, ratio does not change. When I add something, the ratio will change. I have discussed this in details in the removal replacement lectures. So 27 by 30, as I am adding thinner, the strength of paint will reduce. 27 by 30 is 9 by 10, so 0.9, right? 30 into 0.9 is 27. Now again multiply, again another operation, again 0.9, so this is 27 into 0.9, that is 243, this is 24.3. so how many times operation? 2 times. This is option B. Let's move to next question. Question number 26, that says a 500 ml of rubbing mixture contains 90% isopropyl alcohol. Okay, in order to make the alcohol based sanitizer at home, one needs to add n liters water so that the quantity of isopropyl alcohol remains only 60% in the mixture. Find the value of n. Okay, very simple one. So in the rubbing mixture, 90% is isopropyl, and basically isopropyl and water are there in the solution. So in the initial solution, 90% is isopropyl, so 10% has to be water, so ratio is 9:1. Finally it becomes 60% and rest is water, means ratio is 3:2. We are adding what? We are adding water. If we are adding water, so I have to make the isopropyl same. So 9, I'll make 3 as 9, 3 times. So this becomes 2 becomes 6, right? I just merge the ratios. Now isopropyl is same here. So how much water is getting added? From 1 to 6, 5 units are getting added. 5 units. I know 9 plus 1, 10 units corresponds to 500 ml initial solution. So 10 units correspond to 500 ml, means 1 unit corresponds to 50 ml, right? So 5 units will correspond to 5 into 50, this is 250. Let's move to next question. Question number 27. Olive oil and coconut oil cost rupees X and rupees 2x respectively. A seller mixes olive oil and coconut oil in the ratio 3:5 and sells the mixture at 312. Now 312 is the selling price, guys. This is the selling price, and makes a profit of 20%. Profit of 20% means cost price is to selling price ratio is 5:6, right? If cost price is 5, selling price has to be 6. 6 corresponds to 312. This is how many times? 52 times. So 5 will correspond to 5 into 52, that is 260. 260 is the cost price, right? Okay. Now olive oil quantity is how much? 3 parts. This is the quantity ratio, right? 3 parts of olive oil is, and each part cost rupees X, so total cost is 3x plus how many parts of coconut oil? 5 parts, as you can see from here, and each part cost 2x, so 5 into 2x, total cost is equal to 260. So from here I can say this is 3x plus 10x, means 13x equal to 260, that implies x equal to, this is 20. If x equal to 20, so 2x has to be 40. So none of this. Fine. Let's move to next question. Question number 28, that says a farmer has two mixtures A and B containing potassium and urea in quantity. Okay, quantity of first mixture is 120 kg and second mixture is 240 kg. Fine. Potassium in mixture A is how much? 75%, while potassium in mixture B is 62.5% out of total mixture of urea and potassium. Okay. Farmer mixes 33.33% of mixture A and 25% of mixture B. To make a new mixture, then find the ratio of potassium and urea in mixture C. Okay, fine. So let's solve this. This is potassium, this is urea, this is mixture A, this is mixture B. Initially in the mixture A, potassium is 75%, so urea has to be 25%, so the ratio has to be 3:1. Right. In mixture B, potassium is 62.5%. I know 12.5% is 1 by 8. 62.5% is 12.5 into 5. Right. So 1 by 8 is 12.5. So 5 by 8 is 62.5. So if this is what can I say? This is 5. This has to be 3. Right. Okay. Now farmer mixes 33.33% of mixture A. Mixture A is, the quantity is 120 kg. 120 kg, 33.33 is 40 kg. 40 kg of mixture A and 25% of mixture B. 25% is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of 240 is 60 kg. Right. So the ratio is 2:3. In this ratio he is mixing, in the ratio 2:3. So before that, first of all, let's check if the ratio is in 1:1 or not. 3 plus 1 is 4 units and this is 5 plus 3 is 8 units. So make the units same into 2. So first becomes 8, second is 8. So ratio is 1:1. Now multiply in whatever ratio you need. We need in the ratio 2:3. So multiply 2 and 3. Now this becomes 4 into 3. Let me write the ratio here. This is 12 is to 4. 4 into 3, 12. 4 into 1 is 4. This is potassium and this is urea. Now second, 3 into 5, 15. 3 into 3, 9. So the ratio is 27:13. So option B is my answer. Okay, let's move to next question. Now question number 29, that says two containers A and B, liquid X, container A and B contain liquid X, Y and Z, and A contains X, Y, Z in the ratio 2, 3 and 5. B contains X, Y, Z in the ratio 3, 6 and 7. And finally they are mixed and the ratio becomes 5:9:12. Okay, so container, the mixture in container B is what percent more than mixture in container A. Okay, so before that, first let us find this and this are mixed in what ratio, means A and B are mixed in what ratio to form C. To do that, first of all check the units. 2 plus 3 plus 5, this is 10 units. We have done this type of questions earlier also. Okay, in the mixture sessions you can check, I have covered each and every type of question. Nothing is left guys, nothing. Till that level, till cat that any level, nothing is left. Now this is 6 plus 3, 9 plus 7 is 16. 9 plus 5, 14. 14 plus 12 is 26. So 10 and the units are not same. First is 10 units, second is 16 units, third is 26 units. So units are not same. So first we have to make the units same. To make the units same, you have to do the LCM. LCM of 10, 16 and 26 is what? 10 and 16, the LCM is 80. And 80 and 26, the LCM is 1024, 1040. This is the LCM. Okay, so take any row. You can take either this row or this second row or this third row, but the first column seems simple to me, so I can take the first column. This is the shortcut for allegation guys. Okay, I am taking the first column 2, 3 and 5. Okay, now see, it is already 10 units. First row is already 10 units. To make it 1040, I have to multiply with 104. Already 10 is there. To make 1040, I have to multiply with 104. So multiply this with 104. This is 208. Next, 16 is already there in the second row. Second row already 16 I have. I have to multiply with what to get 1040? I have to multiply with 65, right? So I have to multiply with 65. If you multiply 16 with 65, you will get 1040. So 3 I will multiply with 65. So I am getting how much? 195. Now 26. I have to multiply 26 with what to get 1040? 40. So multiply 5 with 40. This is basically 200. So now check the ratio. This is 5 is to 8. So first container means container A is to B, the ratio is 5 is to 8. So B is what percent more than A? This is 3 more on the base of 5. This is 60% more, right? Option A has to be my answer. Move to question number 30. Okay, so this question says, question number 30, vessel P contains X plus 20 liters of mixture of milk and water in the ratio 9:16. Okay, while vessel Q contains X minus 20 liters of mixture of milk and water in the ratio 7:8. 50% of vessel P and 25% of vessel Q is taken out and poured into vessel A. Remaining mixture in vessel P is 5 liters more than in vessel Q. Okay, remaining 50% is taken out, means rest is 50%. 50% of what? Of vessel P, that is X plus 20, minus 25% of Q is taken out, so rest is 75%, that is 3 by 4 of Q quantity is X minus 20. Now this is given as 5. Now solving this, I will get X equal to 80. So the quantity of vessel P is basically 100 liters and quantity of vessel Q is basically how much? 60 liters, right? Okay. Now it has been asked to find the quantity of water in vessel A. Okay, see one thing, vessel P is in vessel P, it is the ratio is 9:16, milk is to water, and vessel Q the ratio is 7:8. Okay, and 50% of vessel P, 50% means total is 100, 50% is 50, and 25% of vessel Q, total is 60, 25% is 15. So the ratio is how much? This is 10:3. Okay, so they are mixed in the ratio 10:3. So before that, first let's check the units. This is 25 units, this is 15 units, so the LCM is 75. So first let's make the units 1:1, then we will multiply with the desired ratio. So this 25 into 3 is 75, 15 into 5 is 75. Now ratio becomes 1:1. Now multiply with the desired ratio. We need in the ratio 10:3. So multiply with 10 and with 3. So 3 will get cancelled out. 5 and this is 2. So new ratio is 18. 9 into 2 is 18. 9 into 16 is 32. So 18 plus 7 is 25 and 32 plus 8 is 40. Okay, so you have been asked to find the water. So water has to be 40 by 65 into 50 plus 15. Why 50 plus 15? Because 50% of P and 25% of Q. So into 65. So this is coming out to be 40. My answer is option D. I hope it is clear. So thank you so much for watching. Based on weighted average. Weighted average I will be teaching you separately. But this is a special kind of question. You will see this kind of questions in many exams. The direct formula is simply 60 into 40, then AB by A plus B. 60 into 40 divided by 60 plus 40 is 100. Right, so this is 2400 by 100. This is 24. Okay, Let's move to next question. Question number 32 that says a milkman has two vessels A and B having X plus 16 liters and X plus 36 liters mixture of milk and water in the ratio 2:1 and 5:3 respectively. After selling one third after selling one third from vessel A and mixing 10 liters of milk in it, ratio of milk and water becomes 11:4. Milk and water ratio becomes 11:4, right? Initially it was how much? It was 2:1, and I am adding what? I am adding 10 liters. I am adding 10 liters of what? Milk. If I am adding 10 liters of milk, so let's make the water part same. Water is how much? Water is 4 here, so make it 4. So this is 8, right? So this is the new ratio. Okay, so milk is changing from 8 to 11, so basically 3 units, right? And 3 units is basically how much? 10 liters, because 10 liters of milk is added, so 3 units is 10 liters. So this much is basically how much? This 8 plus 4 is 12 units, so this has to be 40 liters, because 3 units is 10 liters, so 12 units is 3 into 4, so this has to be 10 into 4, 40 liters, fine. And 40 liters is what? This is basically 2/3 of vessel A, because 1/3 is already removed, so 2/3 part is 40, so total vessel A has to be 60, right? Vessel A has to be 60. How 60? 40 into 3 by 2. 60 liters is vessel A, capacity of vessel A. This is basically how much? This is vessel A's capacity was X plus 16. So if X plus 16 is 60, so B has to be how much? B is X plus 36. The capacity of B is X plus 36. What is the gap between these two? 20. So B has to be 80 liters, right? Now it is asking how much water should be added in B so that percentage of milk in B becomes 875%. Okay, initially in B the ratio of milk is to water was how much? 5:3. We need it in the ratio 75% is milk, so 25 has to be water, so in the ratio 3:1, right? Okay, as I am adding milk, it is saying how much milk should be added. If milk is added, I have to make the water part same. It is 3 here, so make it 3. Okay, so this becomes 3, so this has to become 9, right? So change is how much? Change is 5 to 9 means 4 units, right? Total this 8 units correspond to 80 liters, right, in vessel B. So if 8 units equal to 80 liters, so 4 units have to be 40 liters. So this has to be my answer. This is the fastest method, right? So the 40 is the answer. Let's move to next question. This is your next question. A vegetable vendor bought 30 kg tomatoes for rupees 10 per kg and another 20 kg tomatoes for rupees 12 per kg. If we sold the two varieties at rupees 18 per kg, this is the selling price, 18 per kg, then calculate the percentage profit earned by the vendor. Okay, percentage profit. First 30 kg of first type tomatoes, second is 20 kg. So quantity ratio is how much? 3:2, right? Is the quantity ratio. And price 10 rupees per kg, and how many kgs? 3 kgs, plus 20 rupees per kg is the second tomato, and how many kgs? 2 kgs. Okay, divide by 5. I am applying weighted average formula, A1 W1 plus A2 W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So this is coming out to be 54 by 5. This is my cost price. Okay, cost price is this. Selling price how much? Selling price 18 selling price. So profit percentage SP minus CP divided by CP into 100. This is coming out to be how much? This is coming out to be 36 by 54. This is basically 2 by 3 or 66.66%. Option E. Let's move to next question. Let's start. Question 34. A giant balloon which has capacity 6 liters contains 6 liters capacity initially contains hydrogen and carbon monoxide. So this 6 liters is a mixture. It is a mixture. It is not pure quantity. Mixture of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. N liters gas is removed. So minus N. So it is becoming 6 minus N, right? And replaced with hydrogen means plus N, and this N is N liters is hydrogen. Okay. So I am getting back to 6. And similar process is repeated 2 more times. So I am not drawing that. Now, initial quantity of carbon monoxide was 27%. So at this stage, carbon monoxide was 27%. As I am replacing hydrogen, so I have to work with carbon monoxide. Initially it was 27%. When I remove something, the ratio will not change. So here was 27%. And here I am adding something. When I am adding something, as I am adding hydrogen, so strength of carbon monoxide will reduce. So here it will become 27% into 6 minus n by 6. As this process is repeated 2 more times, so it will be cube. Now this is equal to 8%. Guys, I have already explained these things in the removal and replacement lectures. Kindly check the playlist. Removal replacement lectures. I have given detailed explanation of all that I am doing here. So that implies percentage will get cancelled out. So 6 minus n by 6 equal to 2 by 3, because 8 by 27 cube root 2 by 3. So that implies n has to be 2, right? So option E is correct. Let's move to next question. Now this is question number 35. In two types of brass, the ratio of copper and zinc are 7:5 and 8:7 respectively. In what ratio the two type of brass should be mixed so that ratio of copper and zinc in the new alloy becomes okay? Copper and zinc. Now this type of questions we have done a lot, so it must be a cakewalk for you now. This is 7:5 and this is 8:7, and finally it is becoming 5:4. Check the units. This is 12, this is 15, and this is 9. First make the units same. 12, 15 and 9. LCM is 180. 180. Now pick any column. I have done a lot of questions like this, so you must be acquainted with this type of variants. So I choose one column, either this column or this column. Okay. Now 180 is the LCM. 180 is my LCM. To make 12 180, I have to multiply 12 with 15, right? So multiply this 5 with 15. 15 I had multiply with 12 to make it 180. So multiply there with 12. Now 9 I have to multiply with 20. So multiply here 20. With just one row I am multiplying this. You can take any row, either copper row, copper column or zinc wala column. So this is 75, this is 12 7 84, and finally 80. So take the ratio 80 minus 84, this is 4. Only take the positive quantity. 80 minus 75 is 5. So this is the answer, option C. Let's move to next question. Question 37. A container contains, and guys, these questions I have already covered in the removal replacement and the past videos of mixture. Okay, so I'll be doing these things very fast. So the container contains 160 liters pure organic acid. Okay, initial volume was 160. Then x liter is taken out, means I am left with 160 minus x. Then y liter of water is added. So next 180 minus x plus y. I am writing the volumes. They are volumes. Okay. By this, then after this, by this the ratio between organic acid and water becomes 8:1. Okay, I'll take care of this thing later. After that, after this, x minus 5 is taken out. Means after this, it is becoming x minus 5. X minus 5 from this is how much? 155 minus 2x plus y. Then and 2y water is poured into it. After this, 2y liters is poured into it. Means this plus 2y, this is coming out to be how much? This is 155 minus 2y minus 2x, sorry, minus 2x plus 3y. These are the volumes. I have written the volumes. Now, initially everything was pure organic acid, right? So it is 100%. Organic acid is 100%. As I am adding water in every step, so I'll work with organic acid. 100% initially means basically this is basically 100 by 100 is 1. So here also 1. At this step I can say the proportion has to be 1. I have already taught you all these things, so I'm not over explaining these things. Okay, I am expecting that you would have gone through the past videos. So this is equal to 8 by 9, right? This is my first equation. By solving this, I'll get this is x plus 8y equal to 160. Now, then from here on, it is 8 by 9, and at this step, final step, I can say this is becoming 8 by 9 of 155. Guys, all these things I have taught you already. Removal, replacement, these things I have already taught, so I am not explaining these things a lot. I am expecting that you would have gone through the past lectures, or else these videos will take a lot of time to, it will kill your time a lot, because if I explain all these questions, each of these questions will take 5 to 10 minutes and the video will be 3 hours long. This is equal to 66.66% means 2 by 3, and by solving this I'll get 2x plus 5y equal to 155. This is my equation 2, this is my equation 1, and by solving this I am getting x equal to 40 and y equal to, sorry, x equal to how much? X equal to, yes, x equal to 40 and y equal to 15, right? So x plus y has to be 55. Okay, let's move to next question. Next question, and this is based on allegation, and this question also I have solved this type of questions a lot, so again I will be solving these things very fast. Vabhya purchased two different kind of alcohols A and B. Ratio of alcohol to water in the first mixture A is 3:4 and B is 5:6 respectively. If he mixes two given mixtures and make a third mixture of 18 liters in which ratio of alcohol to water is 4:5, then find the quantity of first mixture A required to make 18 liters of third kind of mixture. Okay, so let's solve it. Alcohol to water, initial ratio of this is A, the ratio is 3:4 in mixture A. In mixture B, the ratio is 5:6, and they are mixed, and finally we are getting the ratio 4:5. We have to see in what proportion A and B are mixed to form this new mixture. So for that I have to make the unit same. Already these things I have taught you. This is 7, this is 11, this is 9. Okay, so to make this unit same, this part I'll just consider one column. Okay, this is the shortcut of basically allegation. I have taught you these things. A lot of questions like this we have already solved. So here 9 is already there. I'll multiply with what? 11 and 7 means 77. So 5 into 77, which is 5 into 77, which is how much? 385. Here 11 is already there. I'll multiply with 7 and 9 means 63. So 6 into 63, this is 378. Here 7 I already have. I'll multiply with 11 and 9 means 99, means 4 into 99, which is coming out to be 396. Now simply subtract this minus this. This is 7 is to this minus this. This is 11, right? So A and B are mixed in the ratio 7:11, and we are getting 18 liters. So this has to be 7. 7 is my answer. Let's move to next question. Question 39. Concentration of three juices A, B and C are 10%, 20% and 30%. They are mixed in the ratio 2:3:x. Fine. And resulting in a 23% concentration solution. Find 2x. Okay, fine. Let's apply weighted average. So 10% of 2 plus 20% of 3 plus 30% of x. 30% of x. I am simply applying the weighted average formula because I have to find the overall and then equate. Divide by A1W1 plus A2W2 divided by plus A3W3 divided by W1 plus W2 plus W3 divided by 2 plus 3 plus x. This is 5 plus x. Now this is 23%. So percentage will get cancelled from all sides, LHS and RHS. Now by solving this, this is 20, this is 60, this is 30x. This is equal to 23 into 5 plus x. Okay, now solving this, I am getting x equal to 5. So value of 2x has to be 10. Let's move to next question. Question number 40. In a wine bottle there is 32% spirit. Fine. Some quantity of wine is taken out and replaced with another type of wine which contains 18% spirit. Now the spirit in the bottle is 28%. What part of the wine was taken out? Okay, fine. Guys, removal, replacement and mixtures already we have completed around 120 plus questions. In the mixtures and ratios, till now 120 plus questions, and only in the practice sessions I have covered. This is question number 40. Means till now 40 questions we have covered already. Okay, so I expect that you would have gone through all those things. So I am not over explaining these things. I expect that you would have reached a certain level and you would be able to comprehend these things. So let me solve it very fast. So this is 32%. I'm not explaining the basics, guys. I expect that you would be knowing basics till now because we have solved a lot of questions. This is how much? This is 10 and this is 4. So ratio is 5 and this is 2. So 2 by 7. This is option C. Let's move to next question. Question 41. 41 has an alloy of tin and copper, and B is an alloy of copper and zinc. A contains 30% copper, okay, 30% copper, and B contains 50% copper, right? They are mixed to form 45% copper. So A and B quantity ratio has to be 1:3 because 5:15, that is 1:3. Okay, 3 parts correspond to 30. So 1 part corresponds to 10. This is the value of x, right? So 2x grams of A. 2x means 20. That has how much tin? Because it is saying about tin. So tin has to be 70% because 30% in A is copper. So 70% has to be tin. This is 14 grams. What percent more than quantity of zinc? Zinc in 10 grams of B. 10 grams, 50%. This is 5. So 14 is what percent more than 5? So 9 more on the base of 5 into 100. This is 180%, right? This is question, option B. Let's move to this question. This particular question I have already explained. Kindly check the playlist of mixtures. Okay, mixtures playlist, mixtures plus ratio. This playlist, in this playlist check SBI PO day 2, SBI PO day 2 mains level questions. Okay, mains level question number 29. This question was question number 29. Kindly check SBI PO day 2 question, day 2 video. That video was around 58 minutes, 58 minutes, something 59 minutes. In that question number 29 was this particular question. The answer is 90. Okay, I have solved in that video, and also check this video complete because this video is a very important video for mixtures, for clearing all your concepts. Let's move to next question, or let me just tell it in brief. See, uh, it is saying same capacity, A, B and C have same capacity. This is 4 plus 1 5, 7 plus 3 10. So make all of this 10. So first is 8 is to 2, second is 7 is to 3, 10 units, so third is also 10. We'll assume 10. This is milk is to water, this is milk is to water, this is milk. They are poured into a larger container. Okay, so that in the larger container milk has to be 8 plus 7 15 plus 10 25, water has to be 5. So the ratio has to be 5 is to 1. This is milk, this is water. Now from here I am removing 30 liters. Those 30 liters will remove what ratio? In ratio 5 is to 1. So 25 milk and 5 is water. Now if this part I assume 5x milk and x is water, so can I say x minus 5 is actually 40, because it is saying after removing 30 liters final quantity of water in vessel D is 40. So this is 40. So x equal to 45. If x equal to 45, total is how much? Total is 6x. So 6x has to be 270. If 6x is 270, in this container we have 270 liters. So all these capacity are same. So they have to be 90 each. So answer is 90. Fine. Let's move to this question. Question 43. Guys, this question is difficult to understand, difficult to comprehend rather. Okay. Question is easy, but it's slightly difficult to comprehend this. See, mixtures of vessel A and C are mixed into another vessel M. If 62 liters of mixture M is taken out and replaced with 17 liters of water, ratio of milk to water in vessel M becomes 6 is to 5. Fine. Find the quantity of milk in vessel B. Okay, this is another vessel B. In the above we talked about vessel A, C and M. It is given that out of total milk in different vessels, 15% is in A, 20% is in B, 35% is in C. Now guys, the thing to note here, why I told you comprehending this question is difficult, because 15% is in A, 20% is in B, 35% is in C. Total is how much? This is coming out to be 15 plus 20, 35 plus 35, 70%. So we are left with other 30%. Those 30% can be in other vessels. No information is given. The other vessels can be X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Fine. Now, question continues and says, while out of the total water in different vessels, 10%, 25% and 45% are in A, B and C respectively. Now see here, also water in A, B and C are 10%, 25 and 45%. Total is 55 plus 25 is 80%. Total is 80% water till now. Other 20% water should be in other vessels, like I told X, Y, Z. No information is given for that. Now last line says ratio of the total milk to total water. Now this is important. Total milk to total water in vessels. In all the vessels guys, total milk to total water in all the vessels is in ratio 2 is to 1. Okay, means 100% of the milk, that is 2 times of the water, total water. This is the meaning of the question. Okay, so according to that we have to solve. Now let's start. Mixture of A and C are mixed into another vessel M. Okay. Now milk in M, I can say milk is to water in M. In M, this has to be, milk is how much? C. Milk in M has to be A and C. 15% is in A and 35% is in C. So total 50%. Total 50%. 50% of what? Of total. Of total. Of 2x is 2. Water is how much? Water is C. A is 10% and C is 45%. So total 55% of what? Of total. Total is in M. Right? This is coming out to be, guys, how much? This is x will get cancelled out. This is coming out to be 1 by 5, 1 by 2. This is 2. This is coming out to be 20 is to 11. Ratio of milk is to water. Fine. Now it is saying if 62 liters of mixture M is taken out and replaced with 70 liters of water. Okay. Now 60 liters taken out. Now tell me one thing, guys. this part I can say 20x and 11x, this is milk and this is water, equal to, now from this 62 liters of mixture is taken out. That mixture will also be in the ratio what, 20 to 11, because from vessel M it is taken out. If I break 62 in ratio 20 is to 11, it will be how much, 31 units 62, so 1 unit equal to, so milk has to be 40 is removed and water has to be 11 into 2 is 22, right, and 17 liters of water is replaced, means plus 17. Now this is coming out to be 6 by 5. Now that implies from here I am getting x equal to how much, guys? From here you will get x equal to, now x is coming out to be, guys, x is 5. If x is 5, so I can say milk is how much, milk is 100 and this is 55, right? So vessel M, the content is 155 liters, okay, in which 100 liters is milk and rest 55 is your what, water. Fine. Now it is asking what, find the quantity of milk in vessel B. This is what is asked in the question, quantity of milk in vessel B. Now if this is 100, guys, tell me one thing, 50%, observe here, 50% of 2x, 2x I had told you, this 2 is to 1 is total, this is total milk is total water, 50% of 2x equal to 100. So can I say x equal to 100, because 50% is 1 by 2 into 2 will get cancelled out, so x equal to 100. So from here I can say what, it is asked quantity of milk in B. So I can say this is in B, you can see here milk is how much, milk is 20%, 20% of total, so 20% is 1 by 5 of total is how much, total is 2 into 100, that is coming out to be how much, guys? This is 20, this is total 40, so 40 has to be the answer. Okay, option C. Slightly difficult to comprehend this question. I hope you got. I have tried to explain in the best possible manner. If any doubt persists, kindly comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much. Capacity of three vessels A, B and C are 3, 4, 5 respectively. Fine. Fine. A, B and C are 3, 4, 5. Guys, I am assuming these are 3 liters, 4 liters and 5 liters respectively. Okay. And A, B or C are what? This is water, honey and milk respectively. Okay, this is water, honey and milk respectively. Ratio is 3, 4, 5. I am taking the least value possible. So 3 liters, 4 liters or 5 liters. Fine. And and the contents are poured into a large vessel D. Okay. Now A, B and C are again filled with milk, water and honey respectively. Okay, initially it was water, honey and milk. Now it is milk, water and honey. Okay, now A is filled with milk. Milk again, A's capacity is 3, so it has to be 3 liters. This is milk. And B is filled with water, sorry, and C is filled with honey. Honey means this is honey, right, respectively, and then the contents are poured into again poured into D. Okay, fine. If we add 20 liters milk in vessel D, the quantities of milk and honey in vessel D will become equal. Okay, first check. Now all these are poured into vessel D. Okay, so total amount of milk in vessel D will be this plus this, means 8 units. Okay, now total amount of honey will be 4 plus 5, 9 units, right? So the gap is what, 1 unit. This is basically what, this is basically 20. If 1 unit corresponds to 20, it is asking find the capacity of vessel A. Vessel A is how much, 3 liters, 3 units, that is 60. It is the simplest way to solve this question. Don't complicate or else question will get lengthy. Option D is the answer. Question 45. Capacity of vessels A, B and C are 2, 3 and 5 respectively. Okay. A, B and C. The capacities are 2, 3 and 5. Means I am assuming the least value possible, 2 liters, 3 liters and 5 liters. As it is a ratio, you can also take 4, 6 and 10, but I am taking the least value possible, 2, 3 and 5 itself. Now, vessel A is filled with milk. Vessel A is filled with milk, means initially 2 liters was milk, and the contents of vessel A poured into vessel B, and vessel B is filled with water. Okay, so this has to be 2 liters of milk and 1 liter water, right? This milk is to water in vessel B. Then the content of vessel B is poured into C. Now these 3 liters are poured here. This will be 2 is to 1. Milk is to water. This is directly coming from this part, and now vessel C is filled with milk. Now it is filled with milk, means 3 liters, 3 units is already here, but we have 5 units, so 2 more units, but that is milk, so plus 2. This is 4 is to 1, right? Milk is to water ratio. The quantity of milk in C is 45 liters more than water, so milk is 4 units, water is 1 unit, so this is 3 units equal to 45. Asking what? Capacity of vessel C. Capacity is how much? 5 units, so 5 units have to be, if 3 units equal to 45 comes, 5 units have to be 75, right? So option A. Let's move to the next question. Question number 46. Vessel A is completely filled with honey and milk in the ratio 5:7. Okay, in the vessel A there is only honey and milk. Vessel B is completely filled with water and honey. Water and honey in the ratio 2:1. In vessel B there is no milk, there is only water and honey in the ratio 2:1. Contents of these vessels are poured into vessel C, and total quantity of water and honey, water plus honey is 2. Water and honey twice the quantity of milk, milk. This is 2:1. In vessel C, water plus honey is to milk. The ratio is 2:1. If the final quantity of mixture in C is 210 liters, means these 3 units, 2 plus 1, 3 units equal to 210, right? It is asking capacity of B. Very simple. If 2:1 means 3 units equal to 210, so 1 unit equal to 70, right? 70. 1 unit is what? Basically milk, but milk is only coming from vessel A, because in vessel B I have only water and honey, so milk is only coming from vessel A. In vessel A, honey is to milk, ratio is 5:7. Honey to milk, the ratio in vessel A is 5:7. These 7 parts correspond to 70, so 5 parts correspond to 50. So vessel A capacity is 50 plus 70 is 120 liters. If this is 120 liters and vessel C is 210 liters, so vessel B has to be how much? Has to be 90 to make it 100, 210, right? So this is the answer, 90. You can solve it mentally. Let's move to next question. 47. Two beakers A and B contain water and 100% acid respectively. Means in beaker A we have water, and in beaker B we have what? Acid, right? Okay, and 100% means this is A is filled with water, B is filled with acid. The ratio of the total capacities of A and B are 7 and 7:5. Means I'll assume this as 7 liters and this as 5 liters. Now X liters of acid from beaker B is poured into beaker A. From this beaker B, X liters is poured into beaker A. Then Y liters of solution from beaker A is poured into beaker B. After the entire operation, the concentration of acid in beaker A and B are 30% and 70% respectively. This is the concentration of acid, guys. Okay, this is not water, this is acid. Acid concentration in A is 30% and in B is 70% after the second operation. Find X is to Y. Okay, so this is a complex question, but then I'll show you a very smart approach. Basic approach you can do, because in lot of questions I have already explained you the equation approach. Here we'll do it in a smart way so that you learn both the approaches. So initially in beaker A 100% was water, as it was completely filled with water. Now from beaker B X liter acid is coming. in acid I'll assume there is 0% water, right? Finally overall in beaker A there is 30% acid, means 70% has to be water, right? So percentage will get cancelled out from all sides, so this ratio has to be 3:1. 70 is to 30, sorry, 7 is to 1. This is 7 is to 1. Second, let me just erase it. Okay, this has to be 70 is to 30, right guys? So 70 is to 30 means 7 is to 3. So I can write it as 7 is to 3, right? So initially in beaker A 7 liters were present, so this is 7 already satisfied, so this A 3 has to be the value of X, right, which is coming from B. If 3 is coming from B, then I am left with only 2 liters in case of B. Okay, now coming to B. In B initially 100% was what? 100% was acid. From A, from A, how much acid is going? See, it is saying y liters of solution from beaker A is poured into beaker B. 7:3 is the ratio of the solution. Total is 100%, means 7 plus 3, 10 units is 100%. So 3 units will be what? 3 units will correspond to 30%. So 30% is basically going from A to B. Now overall is how much? Overall is 70%. As you can see here, 70% is, this is case of B. Okay, 70% is acid. So the ratio has to be how much, guys? The ratio has to be 4:3. 40 is to 30 means 4:3. Percentage will get cancelled out, right? Okay, now tell me one thing. These 4 parts were the acid in case of B. These 4 parts basically correspond to what? 2. These 4 parts correspond to 2 liters because 2 liters is left in B. If 4 parts correspond to 2 liters, so 3 will correspond to what? 3 by 2 liters, right? And this is basically what? The part that has come from A. So this is basically Y, right? So y equal to 3 by 2 and x equal to 3. It is asking ratio of x is to y. X is to y. Y is 3 and sorry, x is 3 and y is how much? Y is 3 by 2. This is 3 by 2. So this is basically how much? This is coming out to be 2:1, right? My answer has to be 2:1. Perfect. Let's move to next question. I hope you got a new approach. This is a smart approach, right? Now moving to question number 48, that says Sunil bought 750 ml of goodbye bottle of Royal Stag. Okay, means wine. 750. Okay, guys, I don't drink wine. I am completely, yeah, anyway. Let's solve the question. 750 ml of goodbye bottle drink of Royal Stag means this is completely wine. I can assume wine, alcohol, whatever. Now, on the first day, he drank 5% content, means 550 or 750, right? Second, and replaced with water. On the second day, he drank 10% content, replaced with water. On the 19th day, he drank 95%, and on the 20th day, he drank complete bottle. Okay, guys, this part is important. He drank complete bottle, means finally he is drinking complete 750 ml. He is drinking that complete. Okay, find the ratio of quantity of alcohol and water drank by him. Okay, now as it is asking the ratio, so there is no need of 750. I can simply, as it is saying percentage, I can simply assume this is 100%. Okay, everything he is drinking, everything, so 100% he is drinking complete. Okay, so 100%, so let's assume this is 100 liters. Okay, so 100 liters he is drinking complete is 2. Now I have to find the water drank by him, how much water he is drinking. Now just apply your common sense. First day he is drinking 5%. From 100%, first day he is drinking 5%, so he is left with 95, right? And he is replacing with what? Water, means plus 5% is adding water. First day he is replacing with 5%, second day 10%, likewise till 95%, total 95. How much water he is drinking? First day 5%, second 10%, then 15%, like this up to 95%. So total water drank by him is how much? That is simply 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15, like this it will go on till 95, because on the last day he is drinking complete bottle, so he will not add other 5. Okay, so till 95. Now if I take 5 common, it is coming out to be how much? 1 plus dot dot up to 19. This is summation of this is how much? 19 natural numbers is 19 into 20 by 2, n into n plus 1 by 2. So this 19 into 20 by 2, this is 10. This is how much? This is 19 into 50. So this much water he is drinking. So this to 19 is to 50. 19 into 50, sorry. 100 is to 19 into 50. So the ratio is how much? This is 2 and this is 1. So 2 is to 19. 2 is to, the ratio is 2 is to 19. This is alcohol and this is water. I hope it is clear now, right? This is a simple process to solve, right? Let's move to next question. Question number 49. And guys, this is a lengthy question in terms of calculation, right? Although we can solve it by option, because vessel A vanaspati is 40%, so ghee has to be 60%. Ratio is 2 is to 3. So it is the summation is 5 units. So initial quantity it is asking. So we have to check which is a multiple of 5, 120, 140 and 160. And from that you have to start the question, start solving from there on if you want to solve by option. But I'll just tell you the basic method, because that is important to know. Option, so you can use it by yourself and solve. That is a simple way. But for me, equation is very important from the perspective of CAT, ZAT or PET banking mains exams. So let me solve it. Vessel A and vessel B contains mixture of pure ghee and vanaspati respectively. In respectively you have to add here, okay? And vessel A, 40% of the mixture is vanaspati and rest is ghee. Okay, let me write here. This is vessel A, this is vessel B. Vanaspati is to ghee. Here also vanaspati is to ghee. Here the ratio is 40% vanaspati, means 60% has to be ghee. So the ratio has to be 2 is to 3. Here the ratio is already given. This is 3 is to 5. Let me just assume the quantities. This has to be 2A vanaspati in A and ghee has to be 3A. Here I can say in vessel B, 3B is the quantity of vanaspati and 5B is the quantity of ghee in case of vessel B. Now second line says if 12 liters of vanaspati is poured into vessel A and 30 liters of vanaspati is poured into B, the quantity of vanaspati in both vessels become equal. Okay, so from here I can say 2A plus 12 equal to 3B plus 30. That implies, can I say 3B equal to 2A minus 18. So B equal to 2A minus 18 by 3. Right? This is the value of B. If I found the value of B, now I can say this part 3B is to 5B. Can I write? Just replace the value of B from here. So I can say this is 3B, means 3 will get cancelled out. I'll just replace B from here, from this part. Okay, so this is coming out to be how much? This is 2A minus 18 is to 5B. B is already here. This is 5 by 3 and 2A minus 18, right? This is the value. So this is the ratio of 3 is to 5. Now why I have done here, you will get the hang of it in a moment. Now from here, now after this question says if 20 liters of mixture is taken out from vessel A, if 20 liters mixture is taken out from vessel A, guys, this 20 liters will be removed in what ratio? In the ratio 2 is to 3. In the ratio 2 is to 3, right? From vessel A I am removing something, so that will be removed in that ratio. Which ratio? It is already present. So 2 is to 3. In that ratio I will break 20. So 5 units equal 20. So each unit equal to 4. So this is 8 and this is 12, right? So ghee is removed 12 units, means 12 liters, and vanaspati 8 liters is removed. after removing 20 liters of mixture from A. Now question says, then the quantity of pure ghee in vessel A. Okay, 12 liters is removed. So the how much is remaining ghee in vessel A? I can say this is 3A 3A minus 12, right? This is the remaining part. 3A minus 12 is to the remaining quantity of pure ghee in vessel A to vessel B. Okay, vessel B also it is the same pure ghee. So ghee in vessel B is how much? That is this part. This is 5 by 3, 2A minus 18. Now this ratio is given as what? 6 by 5. Now if you solve this, you will find A equal to 24. If A equal to 24, so it is asking the initial quantity of mixture in A. So initial quantity is how much? 2 is to 3 or 2A 5A, sorry 2A and 3A, as you can see from here. So summation is 5A, which is 120. So option has to be option B. Second way of solving this is by going through options. Okay, options means you can see in vessel A 2 is to 3 is the ratio, initial ratio, so it has to be a multiple of 5. Now multiple of 5, you know this, this has to be either this or this or this. Now just go according to the question and you will find the answer very easily. Okay, if you are unable to solve, then comment in the comment section. I will explain there in the comment section. Now moving to last question, question number 50. Last question, by adding 12 liters of water in a mixture of two liquids A and B. Okay, two liquids, the mixture is A and B. This is the two liquids, this is the mixture. Okay, A and B. The percentage of A means A by A plus B, right? Now in the total solution reduced by 28%. Percentage of A in total solution reduced by 28% because of addition of 12 liters of water. So I can say initially percentage of A was A by A plus B. Now it reduced by 28%. Now 4% I know is 1 by 25, right? So I can say 28% is how much? This is 7 by 25. 7 by 25 reduction means 1 minus 7 by 25, that is 18 by 25, right? So this part, this reduced by 28% means this into 18 by 25, this is equal to how much? This is equal to A by A plus B plus 12. I can say this. Now from here I can say A plus B, if you solve, you'll get A plus B equal to how much? A plus B is coming out to be 216 by 7 after solving this. Okay, so and after that it is given that B is 20% of the new solution. Okay, A plus B is 216 by 7. New solution is how much? 216 by 7 plus 12, right? This part is the new solution. 216 by 7 plus 12 is how much? 216 by 7 plus 84. This is 300 by 7. This is the new solution. And B is 20% of this. 20% of this means this into 1 by 5. This is basically how much? This is 60 by 7, right? This is the value of B. Fine guys. Now if you got this, then if B is 60 by 7, can I say A equal to how much? A equal to 216 by 7 minus 60 by 7, right? This is coming out to be how much? This is 156 by 7. Fine. Okay, now I got A, I got B. Now I can find the answer itself. It is saying in this solution 4 liters of A is added. Okay, 4 liters of A is added. What is the ratio of water A and B in the final solution? So water is 12 is to A in the final solution. A was 156 by 7, but now 4 liters is added, so plus 4 is to B. B is how much? B is 60 by 7, right? So this has to be my answer. Now if I simplify this, this is 2. Okay, this is A, this is water, this is A, this is B. Now if I simplify this, I am getting, you will be getting how much? This is 21 is to 46 is to 15. This is the final answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Fine guys. If you want, we can solve it by ratio also. Okay, let me solve it for you by ratio. This is the basic approach. Okay, this is the basic approach. Now if you want by ratio method, let us do by ratio method also. One second, let me just erase it. One second guys, just let me erase this thing properly. Fine, this much area is sufficient. Now let's solve it by ratio. So initial is see, strength is reduced by 28%, means if it was initial 25, now it is becoming, because 28% is how much? 7 by 25. If it was initial 25, now it is becoming how much? Becoming 18. 7 reduction on 25, that is 28% reduction. Now this change is how much? 7 units, that is equal to 12 liters. So I can say 18 units equal to basically 216 by 7 liters. So B has to be how much? B has to be 216 by 7 plus 12, and 1/5 of it, 1/5 of this, because 20% of the new solution it is saying 1/5 of this. This is basically how much? This is 60 by 7. Fine. Now A has to be how much? A has to be 216 by 7 minus 60 by 7, that is again 156 by 7, right? Now we can find the ratio directly. Water is 12, and this is 156 by 7 plus 4, this is A, and B is 60 by 7. So this has to be my answer, this ratio. This is basically coming out to be 21 is to 46 is to 15. This is the answer. I hope it is clear. So with this we complete our 50 questions set. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be really